Protecting my peace for so long, a little too good, now I'm so low. Watching reruns of the same shows. Almost everybody on my no-show. Even with green lights I don't go. Never been sure, no I don't know. How does everybody else let go of the ego? Don't go out nearly as much as I should. Barely know the way around my neighborhood. I'm ruminating, I feel no good. Not living life like I know I could. Like I know I could. Like I know I should. Like I know I could. Like I know I could. Like I could. If you would show me, yeah. If you would show me, yeah, yeah. If you would show me, yeah, yeah. I spent so much time daydreaming. Now I don't know how I'm feeling. Don't know who's the real me. Might need my help and I thought I needed. I can see it. Need more healing. More believing. Less deceiving. I don't go out nearly as much as I should. Barely know the way around my neighborhood. I'm ruminating, I feel no good. Not living life like I know I could. Like I know I could. Like I know I should. Like I know I could. Like I know I could. Like I could. If you would show me, yeah. If you would show me, yeah, yeah. If you would show me, yeah, yeah. I might need therapy too. Help dilute all the bad news. Cause I just can't deal with the lose-lose situations you have to go through. I think I need therapy now. Recycling all the same doubts. Heard it a million times. Cause I tell myself all the same lies. I might need therapy too. Help dilute all the bad news. Cause I just can't deal with the lose-lose situations you have to go through. I think I need therapy now. Recycling all the same doubts. Heard it a million times. Cause I tell myself all the same lie. Don't go out nearly as much as I should. Barely know the way around my neighborhood. I'm ruminating, I feel no good. Not living life like I know I could. Like I know I could. Like I know I should. Like I know I could. Oh, if you would show me. If you would show me, yeah. If you would show me, yeah, yeah. Living in my dreams, 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 living in my dreams. I had a dream last night. Did everything I never do in real life. I stepped into a room, told everyone to be quiet. Cause I had something to say, blew everybody away. Wear whatever I want. Dressed in a gown, everybody's like, wow, where you going? Nowhere special, just going to the store. I think I'd have it all, tell you I have even more. Picking a plate, being a plate, she is unruly. Never seen her like this, didn't think it existed, no truly. Don't get in the way, she's not here to play, she'll get moody. But don't mistake this girl for being me. Cause these are dream rules. This is someone else, I'm not myself, no, no. Cause these are dream rules. This is someone else, I'm not myself, no. problems disappear. She could tell you the things you wanna hear. She could read your mind and that you keep alive. All the little lies you tell yourself at night. Never get it wrong, it's always right. Making the plate, being the plate. She is unruly. Never seen it like this. Didn't think it existed, no truly. Don't get in the way, she's not here to play. She'll get moody. But don't mistake this girl for being me. 'Cause these are dream rules. This is someone else, I'm not myself, no. 'Cause these are dream rules. This is someone else, I'm not myself, no. Living in my dreams, 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 living in my dreams.
Peace, 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 everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back to all of the movers who's effectively moving on this information to better their lives. I am your host, Sister K. Glover Ill. I'm back today, and we're going to be going over the life, a little bit of the life of William Mack Lee, General William Mack Lee, and his comrades in arms. We've heard a lot about General Robert E. Lee, right? But when we really search the life of Robert E. Lee, a lot of things just don't add up. So we're going to get into that today. I want to say again, honors to each and every one of you who has come out once again to, just walk through, research, look at some of the things that we found. All praises due to Allah, honors to His holy divine prophet, Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Honors to each and every one of you. If you haven't already, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Once you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell so that you will always be reminded with the notification that we are live streaming or we have uploaded another video for you to check out. If you also would like to support the channel today, you can do so. The Cash App is $ Krystal Glover Ill. The link is also on the ticker across the screen, so you can always support if you like. Before we get here started, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to our brother, His Majesty, the Magnificent Ill, always coming out and supporting. Of course, my husband, Brother Richard Neil Bay, always coming out to support. Our young brother, Brother Shaza Ill, Islamo. So we definitely going to get into it, y'all. The last video that I put up, I had to take it down because it wasn't showing any of the slides. So I had to re-record. I did re-record it, but I'm gonna go ahead and upload it either tomorrow or later on today, where I'll go ahead and upload that. All right. I'm gonna also put the link in the chat if anybody want to come up on the panel. You're always welcome to come up on the panel. If you got any commentary, if you got any questions, put the link in the chat if you also want to come up on the panel. So here we go. I'm going to share the screen. We are almost through with this so-called Black History Month. And all month long, we've just been really going in and pointing out a lot of the miseducation. A lot of miseducation that we've all been taught on purpose. All right, so this is what started out for me on my journey with the signs and symbols many years ago. Was one, in doing genealogy, starting back many years ago, there's no way that we could have been slaves in the manner that it was taught to us. And so I know a lot of people going to get mad and going to get upset and be like, we were slaves. We was brought over here from Africa, right? When you think about it, what slave owner or slave master is going to allow your ancestors, our ancestors, to be named prince, queen, king, right? This was a lot of our names. Go back and look at your ancestors. You're going to find a lot of princes, queens, a lot of kings. You can't have titles of nobility as a slave. It just wasn't something that was, it just wasn't real, y'all. Just something that never really happened. And so throughout the journey of learning and gaining more knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, we began to put a lot more pieces of the puzzle together. Right? So one of these pieces is this photo right here. This is supposed to have been a slave, right? But when you look at the photo, you'll see that the so-called slave has the rifle, right? Not the gun, but the rifle in his hand is on the trigger. How many slaves do you know? How many slaves do you know would be allowed to have a rifle next to their slave master in that form? No, that ain't what it was. See, this right here was a free man. Yeah, and this man right here, he wasn't no slave. Not at all. We're gonna get right into it. Let's go back to go right here to the page. Right now they're calling the pale skin European Sergeant A.M. Chandler of Company F, 44th Mississippi Infantry Regiment. Right? They're calling him Silas Chandler. So he's supposed to be Silas Chandler. And then he's supposed to be the family slave. Right? With Bowie knives, revolvers, So shotgun, canteen, so on and so forth, right? Now I'm going to tell you how everybody is working in tandem to continue the reconstruction lives about who we really are and what we gave to society, what we created for society. Because this man who was in that photo really is Jack Hines. Yeah, Jack Hines, that's who he really is. Right, so that other photo, it was a much younger version of him. But here we have Jack Hines. Now notice they call him a cook. Right, they call him a cook. They always seem to want to make us be the cook. So we must have been chefing up some ideas. We must have been chefing up some plans. Because they always want to call us the cook. Let's read a little bit about Jack Hines. It says, Jack Hines climbed up on the back of a horse as the fighting at Chickamauga raged on September 20th, 1863. He joined a disorganized mob of other Union soldiers who beat a hasty retreat after oncoming rebels poured through a gap along their front. Then his horse suddenly bolted and galloped off. Hines was thrown and fell heavily on the ground, seriously injuring his left hip. If Hines fell into enemy hands, he faced the likelihood of being returned to slavery. He was never no slave. That's the thing. No, not this one. You don't get to be a slave. You don't get to be a slave, right? And at the same time, you got your hand on the trigger with this gun. No, you don't. That's not slaves. I ain't never seen no slave do that before, right? But what did we see in Roots? We saw yes, sir, master. No, sir, master. What you want me to do, sir, master? What's your name? Toby. Right? We already went into how Toby not even know so-called African name. Right? How Kunta Kinte ain't even no so-called African name. If you haven't already, make sure you go and you check that out. We dropped that at the very beginning of the month. But yeah, he was never a slave. Not him. Slave was somebody else. Because he was never a slave. There's a larger photo of him. Right, and we went over his hat and his pin that he had on his hat. We went over that on Sunday school this past Sunday, so you haven't checked that out. But yeah, he was never no slave, y'all. And he wasn't no cook either. Cooks ain't on the horse in the battle. Cooks is just cooking. Here's another one. This is Nimrod Berkey. Nimrod Berkey, age 82 years, born in Virginia, died at his home at 542 Mill Street at 9:30 Wednesday p.m. of a complication of diseases after an illness of 2 weeks. He was married to Mary Freeman, April 30th, 1863. 7 children, and the widow survived. Right? Nimrod Berkey. Let's see what he looks like. This is Nimrod Berkey. Another one. I'm sounding like DJ Khaled right now. And another one. And another one. When did the slaves begin to be able to have guns? Right? Slaves who just cooking. When did they begin to have guns? And another one. And another one. I mean, he dripped out. How many slaves do you know who will be given so much regalia? I mean, he got buttons on awards, on medals. Make it make sense. Because it ain't adding up. Right? This was a so-called former slave, Jefferson Shields. How many slaves do you know who was able to be dripped out like that? Confederate Jefferson Shields. It says, quote unquote, a camp slave during the Civil War, who later gained fame by claiming to have been Stonewall Jackson's what? His what? Personal cook. Yeah. Are y'all beginning to see the theme here? Everybody's a cook. I mean, everybody's a cook. Everybody with the guns are cooks. Everyone with the medals are cooks. Come on now. And they all slaves? Make it make sense. It says, and whose prominent attendance at Civil War reunions helped establish the myth of the Black Confederates. So now it's a myth. The myth of the Black Confederates. It says he was born into slavery in Virginia and during the Civil War was body servant of Confederate judge, businessman, and politician James Hare Edmondson, who served as a colonel in the 27th Virginia Infantry Regiment. Confederate officers regularly brought slaves with them as servants, and Shields was among several former camp slaves and foragers who later embraced this role. Because it's not real. This man was not born into slavery. This was no slave. Later on, he embraced this role. Here is one of the newspaper clippings that reads, Old Negro goes to reunion, took care of General Jeb Stuart's horses during the war and votes Democrat. Right, so now here's the horse. He's taking care of the horses now. We got another one that's taking care of the horses. If you ain't cooking, you're taking care of the horses. Black Confederate and General Force raid. Right? His Louis Napoleon Nelson. Louis Napoleon Nelson. How many slaves you know with a name like that? Make it make sense. Says, as Confederate cavalry reenactors thundered down East Main Street Saturday to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Nathan Bedford's forced successful raid on the Rutherford County Courthouse, spectators may see an elderly black gentleman in the crowd wearing a Confederate flag necktie, looking on in pride. He is Nelson Winbush, the grandson of a black Confederate veteran who rode with Forrest, and he is an advocate for historical accuracy and honesty when it comes to the telling and retelling of the Civil War heritage. Winbush's grandfather, Louis Napoleon Nelson, was recruited as a slave by Nathan Bedford Forrest, but fought as a free man of color during the last 18 months of the war. Cat. That's Cat. His grandfather was always protecting his property. But of course, they want us to believe that this man right here, they want us to believe this. That this man right here was somebody's slave. When we already did the drop on the real slaves. Go check that out if you haven't already. Nah, this wasn't no slave. Here they are right here. The soldiers of the Confederacy. It says United Confederate Veterans at the 1917 reunion in front of the Confederate Memorial Chapel, R.E. Lee Camp No. 1, Soldiers Home. Look at them. Do these look like former slaves to you? Nah, these ain't no former slaves. These were the Confederate soldiers. These were the landowners in the South. Property owners, businessmen of the South prior to the Great Rebellion. You got Robert, supposed to be Robert E. Lee, right? It says, why Robert E. Lee wore a colonel's rank during the Civil War. You're supposed to be a general. What you outright, you ain't. Come on now. When Robert E. Lee left the Union Army to command the Army of Northern Virginia, he was just a colonel. A far cry from being the military leader the Confederate forces needed him to be. Despite his promotion in the Army of the Confederacy and his rise to prominence as the most able leader the Southern states had, he still wore the rank conferred upon him by his former country. Even as he negotiated the surrender of the new country, of his new country. How? Y'all make that make sense. Make it make sense. How, Sway? You know how? Because this ain't real. This is not real. You're not going to be a colonel, or you're not going to be a general, but you wearing a colonel's rank on the battlefield. It's not real, y'all. It's fake. Here is supposed to have been what Robert E. Lee was wearing on the battlefield when he was supposed to have been general. Right? It says none of the many photographs taken of him during the war show him in such attire. Lee typically wore 3 gold stars on the collar, that of a Confederate colonel. Lee did own at least one dress uniform complete with correct insignia engraved. So if he owned it, why didn't he wear it? If he actually owned it, why are there no pictures with this picture that they constantly say is Robert E. Lee? There's no pictures of him. Like, come on, y'all. You gotta wake up. They didn't play around with us long enough. Here is the I got a newspaper clipping for y'all. We got an article. Let me blow this up. This is the Chicago Tribune, July 20th, 1868. It reads, Alfred Lee, the wealthy colored man who lately died at Georgetown, D.C., was a half-brother of General Robert E. Lee, the leader of the rebel armies and president of Washington, Virginia College. His brother was so-called colored. Now I know most people gonna be like, oh yeah, because his father was sleeping with the slaves, and his brother most likely was sleeping with the slaves. But I guarantee you, them slaves wasn't looking like us. Not those slaves. We saw what those slaves looked like. We know the real. Y'all can't fake us and fake us out on it anymore. We know who the real slaves were. So Alfred Lee was a so-called colored man. Now we're going to get into the story of the real Robert E. Lee. Story of General Lee's quote-unquote hen, related by body servant. Related by body servant attending reunion here. Oh my goodness, look at the drip. Look at the medals, look at the buttons, look at the honors on this man. Oh, good one, that was never a slave. Stop playing. Says Reverend William Mack Lee, General R.E. Lee's Negro cook and bodyguard. So now he a cook and a bodyguard. Allegedly. Says his gray coat decorated with more than 20 Confederate badges souvenirs of former reunions. Over 20. But we just read where it said that General Robert E. Lee didn't even have so that he was never seen in the correct uniform with the correct rank on. We also read where it said that he was just, living it up as a colonel. A general with colonel insignia. But we really want to believe that this is a cook and a bodyguard for Robert E. Lee? He outranked him. They always put it in our face. Related by body. Related by body. That's because it's him. I like this one. I really like this one. I like this. I like this clipping, right? It say, "I beg," right? General Robert E. Lee was shouting out the bays. "I obey the law of man, the law of nature. I obey," calling on all the bays. "I obey the law of man, the law of nature, and vote the Democratic ticket." Now, come on now. You really believe that he was able to pronounce the Democrat? Everything else he's saying, "I obey the law of man." Come on, they just playing around with our intelligence in our face. Every other word is a 3-letter word. But you know how to say the word nature correct and Democrat correct? Stop playing. Stop playing, because we not playing. They always want to make us look like we can't comprehend. Right? They would say that this right here is old, quote unquote, Negro language. This is how old Negroes spoke. Right? Because Bay is considered to be, quote unquote, old Negro language. Shout out to the Bays. Islam. Let's see who else came in. Islam, Brother Noble Jolly Bay. Islam, Brother Matt Austin Bay. Peace, Brother He Not Nice. Islam, Princess Mayati Bay. Let's get it. Look at him. Really, look at him. Who got all of this? Who got all of this on with a Confederate flag with all these pale-skinned Europeans in the background? Why they not lynching him? Why he not being lynched? Why the mob not running him out the city? How he get to lead the parade? Make it make sense. They so happy for him. Look at him. He's just a smiling, happy. Like he fought for. They looking like he fought for us. Look at our general. We love him. This is the history of the life of Reverend William Mack Lee. So they say. Says, I was born June 12, 1835, Westmoreland County, Virginia, 82 years ago. I was raised at Arlington. Let me blow this up some. I was raised at Arlington Heights in the house of General Robert E. Lee, my master. I was cook for Mars Robert, as I call him, during the Civil War and his body servant. I was with him at the first battle of Bull Run, second battle of Bull Run, first battle of Manassas, second battle of Manassas. I was there at the fire of the last gun for the salute of the surrender on Sunday, April 9th, 9:00 a.m. at Appomattox, 1865. This is supposed to have been the cook, the one who is representing the body. Look, y'all, I'm about to get off of here. I just wanted to come on and share some information with y'all today. I hope that y'all got something out of it. If you haven't, then hey, just keep watching. Peace to a Brazilian monk. If you'd like more information, you can reach out to us at www.mstahohr805.co. You can call us at 877-808-2477. Look, y'all, stay woke, because they always want to rock us back to sleep. Honors to William Mack Lee, aka General Robert E. Lee, and his comrades in arms. Again, if you haven't, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Once you subscribe, make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you will always receive notifications when we live stream and when we upload videos. With that, peace and love.